here. The long regular season has all been building to this. And now, first-round games and home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. And welcome to Saban Field at Y10CFP Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Hermstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here on first down. Looking to scramble to his left. He lets it go on the move. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Two backs now flanking the quarterback. First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. Not an accurate throw by the freshman quarterback. You're behind him.
The quarterback here, I think, makes a mistake. He's got the time and the space to put a little bit more air under the ball, but instead he rushed it with a bullet pass, and it falls short. This is where poise separates the good quarterbacks from the great.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Here on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. And the Scarlet Knights bring their punt team onto the field. They finally got him, but he found a nice landing that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. Keeping it on the ground here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He'll throw it deep in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Alabama, as they claim the lead in this playoff game.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Rutgers offense is back out on the field now. They came up empty in the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Hunt over the middle. It's Proctor. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
It's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Makes a quick grab. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
A shotgun run call. Breaks off a defender.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that 1st down.
It's a draw to the back. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. 1st down from the 15.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
And the defense able to hold him there with a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They're going to run it here. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run phase. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. The pass rush closing in. Simple pass to the running back. He's got work to do. Oh, they stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. So here's the first play of the drive, backed up with their own 7. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. As the 1st down is still going. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. Past the 20. Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown. Tie.
Chris, you don't don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Important second down play coming up. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. They keep him guessing with a run. He's past the marker and still going. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
What a catch!
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looks like he's going to run it. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds. A good gain and a first down.
Just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. Past the 50. He's past the 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown. Bama. 6 points for defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Boy, what a tough blow for this offense. Already in field goal range, and the quarterback puts one in the defense's arms. They takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the first half.
Convert the BAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job of the coverage team. And the Scarlet Knights offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Powers through.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quick throw, testing the middle. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to bait this defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Throws it to the right. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by...
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Added 6 more points to the total. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner will be brought down. First play of the drive now. They're backed up at the 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Wide open downfield. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
First down here for this offense. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The Scarlet Knights will line up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Proctor. Finding some room at the 25. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Scarlet Knights looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Catch made on the right side. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
First and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. He'll hand it off. They can't stop him. Touchdown, Rutgers. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Well, this first half has been a disaster for this offense, but this touchdown is big. Hopefully it can build some momentum for them when they come back out for the second half.
And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the move now. The pass ball is incomplete and trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really did give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Bringing pressure. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Defense is coming after him. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake by the defense on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First down, looking to throw the football. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Alabama.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime. It doesn't feel like this thing's already over. Just a first half beatdown to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
Looking to throw here. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. So the 2-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Bringing it out, it's Proctor. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Perez. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Scarlet Knights will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Gets the first and still running. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And they're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. It's caught. A nice pitch and catch. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, tie. This offense cannot be stopped. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Rutgers offense on the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end for the catch. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. 1st down and more. He's still running. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Off the incompletion, it sets up at 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Catch made by the tight end. They get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now from the 37.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And a nice 1st down game there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense. He can go. Inside the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown! A defensive score in this playoff game.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Proctor. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Scarlet Knights offense out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Boy, when this guy gets out of the pocket and starts to create, you kind of hold your breath knowing what he can do. But how about the defense here? They did a good job of forcing him to throw and taking away the scramble.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Catch made on the left side.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
Coach decides to go for it on this fourth down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. The offense now has great field position to start the drive. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown. Clemson Tide.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the Rutgers offense is back out on the field now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
So backed up, that big play gives them a first down and some breathing room out beyond the 20. On the ground, it's Proctor. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. He's running out of time here. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Scarlet Knights offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Moves out of the pocket. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Breaks into the open. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Tie. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
The first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. It's Proctor. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. In these playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle, a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Touchdown! Still no answer for this offensive machine. It's an easy job for the play caller, right? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes comes the Rutgers offense on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. Here comes the handoff. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So they have to come up with something here on third down after the incompletion.
Here we go, here we go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the move now. Looking for his back. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
A fourth down completion to the running back. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelbacker, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
The Scarlet Knights will have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pass rush gets home.
Boy, that safety came way back on that blitz and timed it perfectly to get after the quarterback and eventually come up with a sack.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Looking for the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a receiver wide open here. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Scarlet Knights offense out there. Any hopes of staying alive in the playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Caught over the middle. It's Perez. Scored that quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, the freshman is lucky that didn't get picked off.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Tackles made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Got a solid drive in the making here. First down at their own 43. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw again. Oh, and another incompletion.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Oh, he's bringing it back. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Well, I thought they had a real chance here to be able to cut into this lead, but the quarterback gives it back to the defense, and the climb just got much steeper as they're running out of time here in the fourth.
Looking deep to the right side. He's got it near the end zone.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play caller? Up big, fourth quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
The pass rush closing in. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on first and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on second and goal.
Looking to pass here on second down. He escapes the pocket. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that
Here's another interception, but we're losing track. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, tie. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he grabs it for the two-point try to build this lead even more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Proctor. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Wants to throw it. Oh, what a grab! And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Okay, ready? Let's go!
Quarterback drops back. Pressure is coming. Moves out of the pocket. Now takes a hit but lets it fly. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This